O Muslim, I discovered something in the Sahih, sound, authentic um, hadith that sounds like you might want to raise alpacas if you want the Mahdi and Jesus to come back and make it so the last day can commence. It can commence. According to Islamic prophecy, there'll be something like a reversal of Ezekiel 38. By Ezekiel 38, I mean instead of Gog and Magog and many Muslim countries surrounding Israel coming against Israel, then being destroyed on the mountains of Israel, it will be a reversal of that, where it'll be Jews coming against Muslims in a Palestine that has conquered Israel and drove the Jews into the sea. That the Jews will be under the leadership of or spell of a very charismatic antichrist cyclops called the Dajjal, who will be short and ugly. I could be wrong, but I think Muslims believe this ugly little cyclops will have magical powers, which seems it would have to be the case, being that it somehow has Jews wearing striped clothing uh, go, going with it to their doom, and being that Jews were wearing striped clothing when they were in the death camps. Anyway, in Islamic eschatology prophecy, what is going to happen is that it'll be a lot like Ezekiel 38, but again in reverse. Um, how the Muslims take Israel from the Jews is a bit of a puzzle. Maybe Obama makes a deal that allows the Palestinians to drive the Jews into the sea. I don't know. Whatever the case, when the Jews and the ugly little Cyclops, the Dajjal, um, try to get Israel back from the Muslims, it is then that Jesus and the Mahdi are believed to uh, then show up on the scene and not only make it so Muslims can kill all the Jews with the Cyclops, but help um, the Muslims kill all the Christians for falling for the trick of Allah and Jesus by only making it appear that Jesus went to the cross, when instead Allah took his son Jesus, whom Allah denies having as a son, even though Allah partnered with Jibril to get Mary pregnant with Jesus, according to the Quran. Well, Christians end up being killed by Jesus for falling for his trick and Allah's of only making it appear that Jesus went to the cross, when the Quran says he was secretly taken up to partner, be with Allah in heaven. Anyway, now the point of all this, um, and why I think Muslims need to raise alpacas. You see, this reversal of Ezekiel 38, where it's only God who kills the enemies of Israel on the mountains of Israel, can only come when Muslims end up killing, well, it says fighting, a people who wear shoes made of hair. I noticed this Islamic prophecy fact when I read a few sentences back in the Sahih, sound, authentic hadith of Bukhari, that says, quote, "The hour will not come until," unquote. In other words, no arriving on the scene of Jesus and the Mahdi helping Muslims kill Jews and Christians until not only Jews rise up to fight Muslims and get killed by Muslims to the point where a Jew is hiding behind a rock and the rock cries out saying, "Oh Muslim, oh slave of Allah, a Jew hides behind me, come and kill him." Um, but this can only come about if Muslims are to fight people who wear shoes made of hair. You might think it's crazy that a rock could talk and tell a Muslim that a Jew hides behind it. But according to the Sahih, sound, authentic hadith, a rock ran off with Moses' clothes, making Moses run off naked after it and shout, "Oh stone, my clothes! Oh stone, my clothes!" and beat the rock angrily with another rock, unaware that the running rock was Allah's doing to show the Israelites that Moses didn't have scrotal hernia, but that he was the best of whom Allah created as far as genitals are concerned. So, due to Allah making a rock run off with Moses' clothes, it seems that it wouldn't be impossible for a rock to speak out and blow a Jew's cover for hiding behind it. Anyway, now the thing that would kind of bother me if I was Muslim. The time of the Mahdi coming back to help Muslims kill Jews for they're trying to take Israel back on orders of an ugly little charismatic cyclops, and Jesus killing Christians for their falling for the lie of the best of deceivers, Allah, for only making it appear that Jesus went to the cross for the sins of the world, like the Injil says. Well, again, all this can only happen if Muslims also fight people who are wearing shoes made of hair. This is where the notion of raising alpacas comes into the picture big time. I don't know about you, O slave of Allah, but alpacas, as cute as they are, produce a huge amount of hair. I'm thinking that just one of those cute, fluffy creatures could make enough shoes to fit an entire infidel family of 4, easily. All you need to do is raise alpacas for their hair, and then make shoes made of their hair fashionable for those you are to later kill. I mean fight. It says fight someday. But, and this is the thing I find, again, perplexing. If I was a Muslim, the big question in my mind would be, how can I not only make shoes made of hair, alpaca hair, but how could I then make it fashionable for those people of whom I'm supposed to later kill? I mean fight. For they're wearing shoes made of hair. As a Muslim, could you get infidels to wear such shoes made of hair if they knew that in their wearing them, you were to later kill them so that hour could come? Could you get infidels to wear such shoes so the Mahdi could help you wipe out the Jews in their quest to get Israel back? And so Jesus could kill all the Christians for their standing firm upon the Injil, like Quran 5:68 tells them to do, and falling for the lie of both Jesus and Allah. I mean, how could one not only make shoes made of hair, but make them fashionable for your enemies to wear so you could later kill them and bring on the judgment day? That's what I'd like to know. And being that this thing has comments, put your comments and let us know how you do it. Bye.